Well, being that it seems inevitable, there's going to be some legal action somewhere here involved. I have 5 DMCAs now filed. As far as I can tell, YouTube hasn't acted on any of them. And so that's a little troublesome, but you'd think they will eventually have to. And let's say just at least one of these assholes responds properly, counterclaims. I will sue them. So I will have their name and address. I will sue them in court, no doubt about it. If they don't, if none of them respond, at minimum, I'll probably going to sue YouTube for not acting on the DMCAs. They're being sued now for billions of dollars by Viacom for not acting on copyright violations. And in my opinion, they've just provided more evidence of their failure to act. I've seen other people's videos taken down, you know, within minutes. And here I've gone to the trouble to file a DMCA, provide my name, address, phone number, all that bullshit, swear and click all the right buttons, swearing I swear this, I swear that, I swear all this crap, and somehow the videos don't get taken down. It's obvious bullshit, so fuck that shit. So just to be clear, yeah, I mean, look, this is, I wouldn't, copyright, I support people's right to fair use. It makes every bit of sense when you're going to argue something or you're going to discuss something that you should be able to use the material. I would almost say that use should be blanket use. You should have every right, an expansive fair use, when your motivation is not profit or slander, okay? But that's the key word. I mean, if your motivation is going to be slander, then you don't have a fair use right anymore. That's not protected under fair use. That's not a legitimate use of the use you're being provided. So it's just complete bullshit. If you want to make it, if you want to put me in Hitler drag, well then you use something else besides an image from my YouTube videos. You find some other fucking image that you have a right to. Or you draw one, or you do something else. But you don't take my image and use it to suit your purposes when your purposes are a slander. Okay, it's that fucking simple. I think there's a reasonable argument to be made there that the public square shouldn't be about who can Photoshop the biggest and ugliest image. That's so fucking childish that if a court wants to say that's what he visions American commentary to be, that will just compete with Photoshop. All rhetoric will now be Photoshop rhetoric. You know, we won't speak, we won't communicate, we won't argue facts. No, we'll just Photoshop each other. I mean, it's just bullshit. And any asshole out there who can find a rational defense for the world heading in that direction is just that, an asshole. So I'm going to get to the real glaring thing here is these people provide the evidence. I mean, Joneser is still out there throwing the word frivolous lawsuit around. And now 2B Serious has picked it up, so I'll read her comment. Frivolous lawsuit? Inmendum does that? Does those? Couldn't be true. Haha, so she's being funny. So I'll ask 2B Serious, do you have any evidence whatsoever that I've ever filed a frivolous lawsuit? That any of the legal issues I've raised in a court were not serious legal issues about serious crimes committed by government officials? Do you have any evidence whatsoever to back up your claim? Any evidence whatsoever besides the fact that you have listened to a liar lie on YouTube? Do you have anything whatsoever to put on the table? Or are you just a fucking liar's liar? I mean, you're the worst kind of liar. You can't even create your own lies. You just mimic the lies of others. Can there be a lower form of fucking life on earth? I mean, you're just pitiful. You're a fucking writer. I would love to know what magazine you write for. I mean, who pays you to write anything? Commentary? I mean, unbelievable. Because you obviously are irresponsible fucktard. You are such an asshole. You sit there and whine and cry, and then you sit there and lie in text. You're lying. Okay? Demonstrate it. Quote a paragraph from one of my legal papers. I dare you, I defy you to find a frivolous paragraph, to find an untrue paragraph. Go ahead, find it, asshole, or shut the fuck up. I mean, it's just such bullshit. So yeah, so anyway, so we have this lie. So if I subpoena YouTube and they have to do a search through all the text for the word frivolous lawsuit, guess what? 90% of it's going to have my name attached to it. All right? Because of these liars. And that's all it's about. It's about a lie. It's just a fucking lie. And so why should you support that? Why would you support the industry of lying, the meme of a lie? You just say, yes, let's give let's let the lies grow and flourish. Let's fertilize the lies. Let's make the lies bigger and stronger. I mean, you people are just, you're so unprincipled. You're so lacking in anything that could be called human character. Because just because you dislike me, you're going to sit there and you will pick up anything at all to throw at me. It just, you have no discipline at all. You have no integrity whatsoever. You'll just keep making complete bullshit arguments. I mean, there's one asshole has a video out there. I did DCMA because he's got me saying a bunch of things, of course, I've never said, and it's ha ha ha. It's not funny, fucker. And he's making these stupid accusations. He's they're taking my words and just manipulating them sentence by sentence. I mean, it is just, you know, it is just so tacky. I mean, can't we all do that to each other's videos? Oh, he said 4 times in a row there. I'll make fun of that. I mean, you know, it's just so cheap. It is just, I can't just call it juvenile. I wish I could use some slur to describe it, but I'm trying to avoid that. But yeah, I mean, god damn. Yeah, it's just as ugly as human behavior can get. I mean, it's just so petty, so it just has no intellectual character whatsoever. It's just baboon behavior. So yeah, and I think the other point I'll make is in defense of my behavior is that, yeah, we don't have any fucking case law. The courts have avoided the subject. Litigants always fucking settle or do some other bullshit. It never gets decided. There's never any law fucking written. And there really needs to be some law written. So if it's going to be legal, let's have a definition. Let's know for sure that none of us have any real copyright to our YouTube material, that it is in fact available for anybody for free, fair use, that they can do whatever the fuck they want to in Photoshop or anything else, and it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, let's have a court say that. And so then it'll be explicit, then we'll know the ground rules, and then we'll know what YouTube is for. And it's just going to be this slander network, okay? It won't be about communicating, conversation, and argument. It'll just be about, let's see if we can find some way to trip the guy. Let's see if we can find some cheap shot, some way to shoot people in the back. All right, we won't make valid arguments. We'll just keep people off the YouTube by making the environment so fucking hostile it'll be impossible. I mean, let's remember the context here, okay? I've had lots of satire videos I had nothing about. I've had my name, address, and phone number posted all over other people's channel pages. YouTube did nothing. All right, so this is the context here. This has been 1 year on YouTube, and it has been really, you know, the ecstasy and the agony. You know, it's been the best that it could possibly be, and it's been the worst it could possibly be. I've gotten both flavors out of this fucking medium. And unfortunately, right now, the worst is winning. Because you've got to say, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to try to communicate with human beings in this environment? And it really isn't, in my opinion. I mean, it's losing its value. So that's just a lawsuit update. There will be a lawsuit. It's really, I really can't see how it's not going to happen. So one way or the other. And so we'll have update videos as long as YouTube doesn't suspend my account. And if they suspend it, well then obviously I'll have an even better lawsuit to make, because then I can make the whole argument that they are basically a public utility. I mean, we are in their medium because it creates a international public medium, a public square, and this is where we have to go. And it's a business that's going to, by its very nature, be dominated by a monopoly, by one player. And so hopefully I will be able to get it regulated, if that's necessary, because obviously they're not gonna take responsibility for running the show fair. So we maybe need the law to do that for them. So that's it. That's all I got to say on it. There'll be other videos, and you can say whatever the fuck you want and do whatever you want, but just remember that every time you play the game, every time you spread the lie, you're only making my case stronger.